endangered species. I mean, they're not fast, they're not strong, they're not smart, and they taste great. Fried, broiled, boiled, sauteed, and they go great with teriyaki or just about any other sauce. The only thing they got going for them is that Ronco failed to perfect the amazing Chick-O-Matic. Welcome to Breakfast Time with Tom Bergeron, Laura Hibbert, and Bob the Puppet. My name's Jim, and I'm the announcer. Say good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Tom.
No, say good morning, Tom.
I feel energized. Music, maestro. Welcome to Thursday. Sure, we do the Friday strut tomorrow, but today, Laura, you ready?
I'm ready.
The Simmons strut. Richard Simmons, our special guest. Frank Cronson is here with us.
Good morning, America!
That's the other show.
But can't wait, we live in America!
Hope you're having a nice day today. All right, we've got exciting stuff today. Richard's here with
we got so much today. Sit down, buckle in for a great morning show on FX.
Everything you've wanted to know about? No, it's baking soda. It's baking soda.
And we've got it. Dr. Ron's going to tell us the medicinal purposes of it. We're going to bake with it.
Pump the music up, would you, for us in the ballroom here? Come on, Richard. Walk this way.
I want some money. FX.
We lost it.
Where'd he go? Richard!
This apartment isn't big enough for him.
Come on! We're going down here.
This way.
Can't leave you anywhere. We've also got Louise Fletcher, Academy Award-winning actress.
Louise!
One of the stars of Virtuosity. Oh, he's not always the bridesmaid.
Oh, he's the
Hi,
bride. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get something.
Yeah, arrested, probably.
This is so beautiful on you.
Just hold me, Richard.
Can I try one later?
Yes. We're the same size, you know.
The Simmons strut. Richard Simmons. Bob, my carefully crafted ad-libs. Thank you.
That took longer than most of our struts involving 100 people.
He's still going. He's still climbing on stuff. Don't miss this opportunity.
Oh my God, did it catch that?
And the doctor's ready.
5 cameras, yep, chances are. And let me just ask you before we start anything else. Can we get
What
close up
were
of this
you
picture?
doing?
What the hell were you doing?
I was dancing at the Fashion Cafe.
Was it fun? I haven't been
It's
there
a
yet.
great place.
Is it?
Well, it's got a ramp. So I got to exercise all these people in the restaurant.
Oh, great.
And only one threw up, which I thought was pretty good because they were all eating.
That's good. Would you tell us the story, please? This should come as no surprise to anyone who knows you. But Richard was telling us
To
just
know you is to love you.
You'll get all 15 hits from
That's
Richard.
right.
$59.95. Keep coming.
It is like having a conversation with a K-Tel commercial, isn't it?
But wait, there's more.
You were thrown out of the Sistine Chapel recently. Watch your hair, by the way.
Why?
There's a...
No one told me. And now the sequel to Carrie. No!
So the Sistine Chapel, you're
You know,
thrown
I like
out.
this. I like the
You'll
pepperoni.
never
but
get
you know
to
what? It's just a little too high to do this.
You
I mean, it'll
step?
get your heart rate up, but my God.
Ooh,
Speaking
the
of
TV
things a little
master.
too high, welcome to Richard Simmons. Oh, heavens.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell a story, huh?
Well, I just came back from Rome and Florence because I went to college for a while in Florence, Italy. And, well, I didn't know there was all these American tourists there. Who knew?
It's the summertime.
Who
yeah.
knows where the road may lead you? So I was in the Sistine Chapel, and there I was looking up at Michelangelo's work, looking at God and Adam almost touching fingers, and then 800 American tourists saw me. I thought the paint was going to chip. So they said I got to look at it quick, and they sort of escorted me out, and then I sat and talked with the Pope.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You got to meet the Pope?
It was my second time to meet
Pope
the
has
Pope.
lost 37 pounds.
Of course, That's really exciting.
It's my new tape, Sweating to the Popo. It's going to be great.
Sweating to the people.
Hot get dog. So what's on your mind,
Well,
Ms. Hibbert?
besides the fact that I think Melanie Griffith is the luckiest woman in America,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that just because she snagged
I can be a
Antonio
mambo,
Banderas.
Katie.
Oh, man. Slovi Slova, you know? But also, Mariah Carey's life story is coming out. I was born, I sang, I married well,
Now, wait,
and
wait
now I'm a
minute.
millionaire.
There's a lot more. You don't know about her mother.
I know. She's got, but it's weird when you get a life story at the ripe old age of 26, you know, all of a sudden.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
She should have at least waited until she was 30.
I think
That's
so,
what
too.
I'd say. It's a little much. Where should she go from here?
Well, just another big hit.
Yeah.
I love Mariah
Yeah.
Carey.
No, she's
I
great.
do.
I think it's weird to have a life
You
story.
know, you can get back to Kansas and keep doing that, you know.
Oh, that's another Pigtail song. Just click your heels 3 times.
Folks, have you already been diving for your channel changes at home?
Oh, that was really nice.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
That was really nice.
Since we saw you last time, it was a much more sedate apartment.
But it was, yeah, there's a certain charm too.
No, I don't deny it. I don't. Welcome to the ashram, the Richard
very glad
Simmons.
you're here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So who's going to be on the show today?
Well, we'll
Louise
tell you.
Fletcher.
Louise Fletcher. And we're going to learn about everything you've always wanted to know about baking soda.
I met the baking soda man.
The chemist.
Who can make the baking soda come alive?
Okay. Helen, where's that channel change? We have Gwen McGee in Ojai, California.
Right now?
Oh, hi. That's how they named it out there. And she's at the Wheeler Hot Springs in Ojai, California. And you're about to get this full spa treatment. She's right down here. You have to look down here. Or you can look over there.
Actually, I'm going to report on the treatment
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's much better that way. But you know what? This place has been around since 1891, and this is the place to come if you want to de-stress, pamper yourself, kind of like rejuvenate. And people like Charlie Chaplin from Tim Burton have actually been here. And, you know, perhaps that relaxation thing helped contribute to the success of their careers. So when we come back, we're going to find out
closed.
what spa life
closed.
is like. It's closed,
closed.
but it's open.
Oh, good.
And wait, before
I've
you
been
go, Tom, I
there.
just want to say, I love Richard Simmons. How you doing?
Well,
You
honey,
you,
I'm doing
me, you have
fine.
something in common, honey.
Freeway of love in my pink Cadillac.
All right.
Get down, get homey. Thank you, friends. All right. Oh, look, talk about a change of vistas here. Look at this shot.
Wow,
Phil-
look. It's Field of Dreams.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you host it, they will watch. Phil Kogan in Cumberland, Ohio, at the Wilds, North
Field of
America's
Kiwis.
largest, starting to sound like a Kennedy, largest lost endangered species reserve. Phil, take it away.
Right there, Tom. Tom, we got some nice rhinoceroses in the background. This really is going to be quite an incredible adventure here on breakfast time this morning. We're going to get you up in this helicopter. We're going to take you on the ride of a lifetime and show you the preserve that they've got here and all the wonderful work that they're doing to help preserve a lot of endangered animals. So we'll see you up in the air soon.
All right, Phil, we'll look forward to those aerial shots. Patricia's in Madison Square Park, right across the street, right across Fifth Avenue.
Patricia?
Oh, no.
Patricia?
Oh, no, that's
Oh,
all.
no, the hand that rocks the cradle. No, it's my baby.
Knock it off, Spencer.
So we'll be talking about stroller size exercising for new moms coming up a little later on. By the way, this is the day where some of the executives who work on the level with Rupert Murdoch are here touring the apartment.
Oh, my God.
This is where Rupert's money has gone. We are also going to talk about baking soda coming up, but right now, a look at what is making headlines across the country this morning.
All right.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vernon Shaw. Here's what's happening. Hurricane Erin is picking up speed as it churns towards the Gulf states. Erin was upgraded to a hurricane again overnight after gaining strength over the Gulf of Mexico. Erin's expected to slam ashore with 95-mile-per-hour winds late this afternoon or early evening. Meanwhile, the search continues for 3 people who sank in the gambling ship yesterday off the Florida coast. The ship went down as Erin came ashore near Vero Beach. The hurricane is blamed for at least 2 deaths on land. A new study shows soy is good for you. The report in today's New England Journal of Medicine says tofu and other foods made of soy can significantly lower high cholesterol. And finally, in North Dakota, a busted burglar has himself to thank for getting sent to the slammer. Police say the thief stole a truck and left his wallet inside. Officials say there's only one thing he could have done to help police more. He could have left a note on the windshield. That's a quick look at what's making headlines now. Here's Jim with the weather.
And every Tom, Dick, and Elmer in Elmer City, Washington will enjoy the spiky yellow ball of happiness today. But it's less than mellow in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. It's in this big area of thunder showers, which has kind of been just like sitting around here for like almost the whole week. And then, of course, there's the remnants of Erin. Well, actually not remnants. Erin's cranking up again and taking a shot at the Gulf Coast. Let's look at those high temperatures. And as you can actually, what we have there is like the deep scoop of 80s kissing the big lips of 90s. That's the weather.
Thank you very much, Jim. Pete Chulo is the author of Baking Soda Bonanza. He's a chemist, and he's going to tell us why baking soda is used for many more things than just baking cookies and cakes. Actually, there's a lot of environmentally friendly uses for it.
That's
and you're
right.
going to give us a lowdown. But before you do that, first of all, welcome to Breakfast Time. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Laura.
What exactly is baking soda?
Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, which is a natural chemical in your body and in all the oceans of the earth. Actually, all of the baking soda that's made these days starts out as the mineral trona from deep under the ground. And it's dug up. Right now, the workings to dig trona out of the ground to make baking soda and other things occupy a city under the ground the size of San Francisco.
Whoa.
The baking soda itself is made by processing and purifying the trona, and it comes out looking like this.
So who looked at this and said, yeah, this is going to be good for a multiple number of uses?
Same person who saw a lobster and thought it would look good.
Yeah, probably. It started out as produced in this form specifically for leavening about 150 years ago by two entrepreneurs, a Dr. Church and a John Dwight. And they decided there had to be an easier way to bake than waiting for undependable yeast to make things rise, or to use a lot of elbow grease to whip air into batters. And at the time, they used the very enticing combination of purified wood ashes and sourdough to make some of these things.
Huh.
So they decided if you make something like baking soda, or bicarb as they called it, or bicarbonate of soda, that it would be a lot quicker and easier.
And by God, they were right.
They were right.
Yeah.
It really revolutionized both commercial baking and home baking, and consumers really have taken it from there.
Yeah, but not just baking, as you were saying. I know my mother uses it to brush her teeth.
That's right. That was one of the first uses that were actually developed by consumers.
Yeah.
Most of the uses we know today around the home and a lot of the industrial uses were actually developed first by consumers. They wrote into the manufacturers and said, well, geez, you know, I clean my sink with it and it works. And
So what are some of the other common uses besides, of course, baking and brushing your teeth?
Cleaning just about any hard surface. The book goes through 101 plus uses of those. You can use it as a paste. You can use it as a solution. You could use it as a scrubber.
What is it? If someone was flipping through here, what would be the most astounding thing they would find that they could use baking soda for?
Probably the fact that the biggest consumer of baking soda is cows. People actually consume fairly little baking soda.
And cows eat more.
Cows and beef cattle
Yeah, well,
eat
they're
more.
big on pastry. Yeah.
Why would they eat more?
They're used in the diets of both cows and cattle because it helps their digestion so that they can produce more milk and they can get fatter when it's time for slaughter.
Okay, this is what we're going to do today. We are going to try and fit baking soda into just about every segment we possibly can, just to see if it... Yes! It has a lot of uses.
Well,
what we're going to do is ask Pete to just step in whenever you see that baking soda can be used for something, like possibly as a gag for somebody.
I was going to start with Richard because I see the way that he gets a little shiny around the legs when he exercises, and we have something to address.
Baking soda guy scores
Alexis
points.
Carrington.
A little shiny around the legs.
It will make your hair shine too.
I love the way Richard's eyes flash.
Yeah.
All right.
Crank up the mud pig.
And
It could get ugly. You might want to go to break.
and the sneakers.
It doesn't it kind of look like Harpo Marx versus Jerry Colonna over here? I'm just making an observation.
Pick it.
What else is coming up, Jim?
Hot springs that help your body feel better, and Bob Keeshan to make your mind feel better. It's all coming up on breakfast time.
Think you've seen Dynasty on other channels?
That is a lie.
Darn right, Blake. Dynasty's only on cable. Weekdays at 9 Eastern, noon Pacific, only on FX.
So sweet. So irresistible. A temptation you can't resist. California grapes, the natural snack.
There's a new wave to save. Hurry to the JCPenney Buy More, Save More wave, where kids can rock in all the coolest looks for back to school, and Mom can roll in the savings. From 20, 25, even 30% off most kids' items. The more you buy, the more you save. So do the wave. This week only at the JCPenney Kids Buy More, Save More sale. But get it in motion. Sale on Saturday. It's way cool.
Wonder if they still fit. So good. Part of having a great look. Whoa, good. It's an understatement. Is keeping it. And Kellogg's Special K can help. Fit like a glove. Great toasted taste, just 110 calories, and fat-free. I look like a teenager. I look like a rock star. Kellogg's Special K. Great taste never looks so good. Too bad I can't sing.
Got an older tub? Then you need new Comet Heavy Duty Cleanser. Worn porcelain allows staining deep in its surface. Comet Heavy Duty has perlite, a strong abrasive that penetrates surface dirt, and chlorinol to bleach stains away. When others can't cut it, Comet can.
Isn't it about time you took that summer vacation?
Oh, but I'm broke now.
Don't sweat it. FXM Movies from Fox presents a special offer in August, our summer value vacations. Now here's our lovely FXM travel agent with all the details.
Our exciting itinerary takes you to exotic locations.
I'm going to marry Mademoiselle and take Mademoiselle to the moon.
You don't even need a reservation.
Is that a fact?
We'll get you all the way to Europe with no jet lag.
Fantastic.
On our cruises, you'll never get seasick. With the FXM Summer Value Vacation, you'll never stand in line for the best drama, action, comedy, musicals, and romance. And you'll be shown all these sites by a star-studded array of tour guides.
And I'm at your service.
Well, there you have it. The places, the stars, the movies. FXM gives you a hassle-free summer value vacation direct from the source, the 20th Century Fox Studios in Hollywood.
It was worth the trip.
In August, it's a big-screen summer vacation every day on FXM Movies from Fox. Contact your local cable operator today.
It's 18 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Laurie, Tom, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Laurie, Tom, and Bob.
Remember, with your membership pledge to FX, you get the tote bag and the copy of Baking Soda Bonanza. So call now, won't you?
We'd like to welcome our visiting family all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Julia Reinholm wrote us a letter saying she was going to be in town with her friend Kristen and her other friend Nate. And they decided to join us for breakfast. And as you're bonding with Bob.
Hold on. I'm wishing I had some grapes here so I could treat it a little bit more stylishly.
Now, where do you watch us in Chicago, Julia? Where do you watch us? What cable system?
You're Julia. There.
Hi, Kristen. Hi, Julia.
And I'm Bob.
Remember, please, the exits are in the side and the rear. What cable system in Chicago?
The Chicago cable system.
Cool.
Right?
We love them.
We also have with
I think they call that the loop. Yeah.
We have Phoebe Stevens. She is one of our runway rangers whose segment was canceled right out from under her.
I love Phoebe! Hey, everyone! I love Phoebe! She's a golfer.
Richard!
That's not even a song, I love Phoebe.
She's a golfer.
Yeah. Richard, you'll be excited about this. We have a baking soda bit right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah, come here.
Kristen has a little baking soda trick that she'd like to do for us involving baking soda and vinegar.
All right, I teach kindergarten and this goes over real well.
Why, this is perfect for me.
All right. What you do
Not to
is you
mention
have
sugar.
baking soda in a cup.
Yep.
And then you pour vinegar in it.
Well, Richard to pour.
And yes, I'd like
He likes to be involved in this.
I know. It's participation.
You know, I have holy water from the Vatican, the same cup.
Yeah, just before the Pope kicked you out.
So I do it slow?
Well, you can start slow and then
With the
you can start
slow
fast.
hand.
You know, we're off at 9.
That's not
The
funny.
kids would be pouring already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, keep going. Pour faster, 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 faster.
Whoa!
Oh, look, our cup just threw up. Is this the trick he teaches the kindergarten kids?
Wow. And they wonder why the education system's failing.
If you want to be prepared for a life in higher education, Jim, where do you write?
You write to us at
Look, it's the
breakfast
Trevi
time.
Fountain.
PO Box 825 Madison Square Station, New York, New York 10159-0825, or call us at 800-FXFXFX1, or fax us at 212-802-4208, or email us at fxbreakfast@delphi.com. BYO vinegar.
Yeah.
Why'd you put the change in?
No way.
I put in a penny because
It was
cleans
lucky?
the penny. It's like 3 coins in the fountain.
3 coins in the fountain.
All right, let's go to, hi, California. Where
Do you know
Gwen
who's from
McGee.
Ojai?
Who?
Do you know who's from Ojai? Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man.
Is that right?
Yes, that hasn't put Ojai on the map.
Lori, he's not a real guy.
And,
What?
And Gwen McGee is going to take us to a place where they also can make you better than you were. At the Wheeler Hot Springs Spa since 1891. People have been wandering. I know.
I've been there.
I understand you've been there. Now let's just get on with the show, all right? We're paying a
I'll
lot for
just
this
stir.
satellite, all
I'll
right?
just stir.
Please do. Gwen McGee is in, oh, hi.
Oh.
Go ahead, Gwen.
You talking now would be good.
That's right, Tom.
Hey, what are you guys doing in there?
Oh, we're just, you know, we're just going
We're
nuts.
having fun till the daddy takes the baking soda away.
Hey, ho! All right, so here we go. Now, hot springs with now you done messed me up, Richard. Shut up for a minute, Jack. Spas with hot springs date back to ancient Greece, and a lot of them are still in effect to this era. But today we're at a modern hot spring here, Wheeler Hot Springs. This is Angela. How you doing? And I must say, Tom, you know, Angela's a tiny bit nervous because it's her first time on TV. But after all, she is the owner. She is the boss. And we're going to learn what a hot spring is actually. What Wheeler Hot Springs has to offer the people. Oh, it's going to be one of those days.
Why are you talking like William F. Buckley Jr. all of a sudden?
Yeah, I know, right? So tell me about, so you started in 1891, and the thing about it here is that the water is 105 degrees from the hot spring. How does that happen?
That's the name.
Well, the water comes out of the mountains hot, but we have to keep it up to standard, so it's heated to 105 degrees.
Okay. Now we're actually in the spa now. We're going to go into where they have the hot tubs here. So if you'll just come in here, we have a couple of people in here. Now you have a big tub here. How big is the tub?
The tub is 5 feet, and it holds 700 gallons of water.
Okay, so now when they're in there, basically it's kind of like you don't feel any gravity or
yes, they're floating and obviously enjoying it very much. And there's calcium and magnesium are two of the properties of in the water.
Now you have 2 tubs here. One's hot, one's cold. How do they complement each other?
Well, when you go into the hot tub, it opens up your pores, and when you go into the cold tub, as being demonstrated, it tightens your pores, and it's very invigorating and stimulating.
Just hold up, Angela. How are you feeling right about now with a camera in your face and the water under your body?
This feels really good, actually. It's really hot in that other tub, and this is perfect.
All righty. All right, we're going to head out now because another thing that we all know about when it comes to the spotlight is the massage room. Now,
drive in. Get that woman in there.
Get the woman. Oh, get it. Oh,
get
yeah,
the woman in there. Push her in.
Why can't she
Just
get in?
one big push.
She's pregnant. Leave her alone. Okay. See you later. So now we're going to find out about the massages. Now, I know that there are how many different types of massage?
There are quite a few different types of massages, but basically we do Swedish massage here at Wheeler.
Okay, and we're going to find that out from your massage therapist here. And she's actually giving our producer a massage. This is Ariel. How you doing this morning? How long you been doing massages?
I've been doing this for about a year and a half.
Now tell me, what are the benefits of getting a massage?
Well, the most benefits are just like for relaxation.
He's dead.
And circulation.
She's massaging its dead.
Okay. All right, so we're just about out of time. But, you know, it's really wonderful and beautiful here. And I forgot to mention that pool has spring water coming down into it. So when we come back, we're going to find out more about spa life and find out what it can do to help your skin when we come back.
All right. Thanks a lot, Gwen. By the way, Richard was saying, how come it's so dark there? Well, as we air live here on the East Coast, it is about 4:27 there. But
well, let's call everyone there and wake them up.
well, here's the good thing. Starting September 4th, Breakfast Time will be live across the country in one fell swoop. We'll be on at 10 o'clock Eastern. And that means...
Oh, my God.
Thank you. And that
this
means...
is better than the baking soda.
So that means next time you're here and we're seeing somebody on the West Coast, it'll be in daylight.
It will.
Yes.
Daylight.
Aren't you happy about that now?
I am thrilled.
Yeah. Have some more vinegar. All right?
You know who's even happier about it is Bob Keeshan, Captain Kangaroo, and here he is with an inspirational thought of the moment.
Where is he?
He's in the screen.
We go along every day traveling the road of life, and we say to ourselves, boy, I wish I could just relax a little bit and take it easy. Well, if you get to that point, remember what Steve Potter said. The road to success has many tempting parking places.
I love him. I love him. You could keep that on, what's his name?
Oh, spit it out.
You can keep that Antonio Padero, whatever his name is. You can have Captain Kangaroo. There he is.
He's already nodded off, I think.
The battery ran down.
He's going away. Come back. Come back, Captain. Come back. Come back.
What a moment.
Okay, I think we got to go to break here. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Jim, what's coming up?
The man responsible for more lost towns than drunken Englishmen in Vegas, Richard Simmons, returns.
Get ready for Untamed Weekend, because it's not just wild, it's hot.
You're sweating. What about?
Okavango, Swiss Family Robinson, and Grizzly Adams are so hot, they'll leave you speechless. Dazed. And thirsting for much, much more.
Nothing like Okavango spring water.
FX makes it easy to get the wild weekend heat you're craving.
I'm going in my new Corvette.
Do the wild thing. Catch the heat of Untamed Weekend, exclusively on FX.
Only 2 weeks away from my vacation, and I felt like a balloon. Thanks, Cybergenics. You saved my life. In just 2 weeks, I got all the way down to my partying weight.
Cybergenics Quick Trim is a balanced program of diet and exercise designed to produce dramatic results in just 2 weeks when used properly.
That's not a lot of hot air.
So when you have to trim quick, it's Cybergenics Quick Trim.
This is it, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Escalant's in for a sign. Swung on. A towering drive to center field.
What? California grapes, the natural snack.
Okay, so I had one moment of weakness, you know, on sale, name brand. So I switched from my Dawn to another liquid, and that's when I learned that a bargain in the store went in my sink. I mean, I had to add more of that stuff just to finish the pans. Some value. Not like my Dawn.
Because Dawn is better than those other liquids at breaking up tough grease and taking it away.
Will I switch again? I'm thrifty, not crazy.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
And that's the real value. Oh, wonder if these still fit. Ah, awesome. Good. Part of having a great look. Whoa, good. It's an understatement. Is keeping it. And Kellogg's Special K can help. Fits like a glove. Great toasted taste, just 110 calories, and fat-free. I look like a teenager. I look like a rock star. Kellogg's Special K. Great taste never looks so good. Too bad I can't sing.
Now, for heartburn, there's 3 great-tasting Alkemins. Cherry, Tropical, and Spearmint, and each one has more medicine than Tums or Rolaids. I always knew that. Just a gut feeling. Alkemins. Feeling better fast never tasted so good.
When we say FX is TV with you in mind, we mean it. We want to deliver what you want to see, and we can if you tell us what you think about our network, our programs, or anything you like or don't like about FX. So write to us at P.O. Box 825, Madison Square Station, New York, New York, 10159-0825, or call us 1-800-FX-FX-FX1, or fax us 212-802-4205. So let us know what you think. FX, TV with you in mind.
It's half past the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Tom, Laurie, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Laurie, Bob, and Richard Simmons.
I don't think I have to tell you what happened during the commercial break, but needless to say, I said
if you
no.
do that thing with the fakakta sweat again, you're in trouble.
It's disco sweat.
I don't care if it's disco. If you do it again.
An official welcome for our special guest, Richard Simmons.
Step on FX.
TV made fresh daily. Disco Sweat. We're making. Tom makes his jokes, but you said it's the #1 infomercial?
Well, I do these things called a cruise to lose, where I take 350 people. Hey, quiet, it's my segment. The vinegar people. Anyway, and I take them on a cruise. I take 350 people, and it's a cruise to lose. It's to learn how to eat, to make the commitment to exercise 7 days a week. Because a lot of people out there are still not exercising. I mean, that's the sad part. There are more overweight teenagers. There are more overweight adults, and there are more overweight people 55 and over than ever before. And you gotta do the exercise. I mean, you can watch your fat
There's
grams.
no easy way, is there?
No easy way. I wish there wasn't. And you know, there's all this talk now about this new pill that you take.
Leptin, the protein, the fat-reducing protein?
Yeah, and still, we're still looking for that fountain of youth, that magic pill, that's something that's going to get rid of the weight immediately. And it really isn't around.
Actually, you were quoted in Time Magazine this week as talking about this, because they were wondering if
were you quoted?
A few months ago, yes, actually.
Yes, and what quote was it? Eve Harrington?
He said he didn't do it.
Remember?
Speculating that this new fat-reducing protein was going to be Richard Simmons' worst nightmare that would put you out of business. And you said, can't these scientists go to their labs and talk about these things? What about the side effects? What about the cost? You're giving people false hope. That's a good quote.
Well, you know what? It's 2 to 3 years away from coming. It's going to be an expensive pill, and you're still going to have to watch what you eat, and you're going to have to watch to exercise. I mean, you're going to have to do that. Look, how do you keep your nice little, precious little size 2 body? You have to do exercise.
I exercise every day.
It is. It's a commitment, but most people won't do it. And really, you just got to get up. I got up this morning at 5 o'clock, and I did my, I put on some music, and I did my exercises, and I make that commitment. I'm not always perfect with the food because I'm a compulsive eater. Yeah. If you had a little spaghetti stain right here, I'd suck it right off your mouth. No, it's true. I love food.
And darn it, the luck I don't.
Yeah.
Darn it. And now I'm just getting ready to do a Farewell to Fat tour. I'm going to 30 cities. I go to shopping malls. I'm just going to Lancaster, Pennsylvania tonight. And I travel all around, and I get to check up on all these people because I call between 50 and 100 overweight people a day. And some of them are in hospitals, some of them are bedridden in home. Some of them just need some positive reassurance to keep going, because it's tough.
I gotta ask you this, though. I mean, this message that you keep giving to people, do you ever get tired of it? Like, look, I've told you this 1,000 times. You've got to do it yourself. I mean, is it hard to always be the one inspiring these people?
No, I've been doing it for 21 years. I have a studio in Beverly Hills called Slimmons, and I have over 2,000 people, and they weigh 180, 200, 300. I have 500-pound people sitting in a chair and just doing their upper body, just working their heart. Yeah. And a lot.
Thank goodness.
I was afraid that was me for a minute.
A lot of people keep on saying, I can't do this. I can't exercise. My back hurts. I'm too overweight. And really, if you just start with 5 minutes, if you then go to 10 minutes, then you go to a half an hour, It takes 21 minutes for the heart to get to the right temperature to start burning fat. Yeah. And right now there's all these people out there that go, oh, just walk for 4 minutes. That doesn't dry your nail polish. I mean, you've got to make the commitment. My philosophy is to all of our FX viewers is, if you eat every day, you exercise. You don't get up on a Wednesday and go, well, I'm not going to eat. It's Thursday. I don't think I'll eat. Everyone eats every day. And if you make the commitment to eat, you've got to do the exercise.
That's so true. So you're doing the tour of 30 cities. You're also doing the cruise.
I do the cruises.
Cruise to Lose.
I just sold out on the October, and now I'm doing another cruise in December.
That's great. I have the certificate for Cruise to Lose right here.
And you have the number.
800 number on the back. Imagine that.
800 number. Another one.
1-800-637-8124, and this is for?
This is for the cruise. And it's such a great experience because it is hard to make the commitment. I know people that start a weight loss program, and they can't stay on it for a day. Yeah. But this is 7 days. and they get on the ship, and I just lock them in their room for 7 days. No. We do the exercise, and we have walks, and we have motivation, and people stand up and tell their stories.
And it's a good start for them.
And it's great motivation. You need to be motivated.
Well, we thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Good luck with the
What do you mean?
tour.
We thank you so much for coming.
Go to commercial break.
You can stay here.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah.
We
I gotta
thank
go
you so much for coming. All of you out there, please, and Mom, because my mother's here. Look, my mother's here in this newsletter, and she's in New Orleans. So, Mom, if you're watching, you know, just close all the windows and keep indoors because the hurricane's going down there.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we have to take a break.
No, you know what? I got to imagine for your mom, raising you, a hurricane will be a peaceful change of pace.
Oh, is that nice?
Let's take a look at some of today's top stories.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vernon Shaw. Here's what's making news. Forecasters now say Hurricane Erin has shifted course. It's now veering towards the Florida-Alabama border. Red Cross officials in Alabama say shelters are filling up quickly. Warnings or watches are posted from the Florida Panhandle to Louisiana. More possible evidence linking suspect Terry Nichols to the Oklahoma City bombing. Televised reports this morning say the FBI has linked evidence found in Nichols' home to the same type of blasting caps used in the bomb. Doctors in Dallas are planning aggressive chemotherapy treatments for Mickey Mantle. They say the 63-year-old baseball legend has less than a year to live unless further cancer surgery is performed. And finally, Elizabeth Hurley says she felt like she'd been shot the moment she heard actor Hugh Grant's arrest with a Hollywood prostitute. Grant's model girlfriend made the comment during a taped interview that'll air on network TV tomorrow night. That's a quick look at what's making headlines across the country now. Here's Jim with the weather.
And a spiky yellow ball ushers in a peaceful day in Worland, Wyoming. And as Richard pointed out, the wrath of Erin continues to pound the Swains in Swainsboro, Georgia, and the whole Gulf states in Florida. There's also a big area of thunder showers that just is hanging out in the same place across the country. Actually, the old Four Corners area may get thunder showers, and northern Montana, too. Let's look at those high temperatures. And what this is a cross-section of the reaction of vinegar and baking soda, and that's the weather.
They're the same one. Oh, no, they're not. I'm sorry.
One's for Tony and one's for Shredding.
He's the media marvel. He's off to do radio interviews, TV interviews.
And then Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and then Georgia, and then Omaha, and then Cleveland, and then who knows where.
Remember, get Disco Sweat in the bottle,
baby.
in the tape.
Oh, no.
How about a hand for Richard?
I love you, Mom.
We'll be right back, Jim. Tell him with what?
A building yourself fire extinguisher, something to keep right next to your home dental kit. Coming up on Breakfast Time.
What's the only show on TV where you can meet quirky people?
I'm older than dirt.
Rifle through their drawers? You know, just kind of ogle their stuff. Give up? Why, it's Personal FX, the collectible show, where you can see, learn, maybe buy, only on FX.
So sweet. So irresistible. A temptation you can't resist. California grapes, the natural snack.
Now add an extra layer of odor and wetness protection to panties, liners, and pads. Sprinkle them with Vagisil Feminine Powder. Vagisil protects delicate skin with an exclusive moisture shield. As it absorbs wetness, stops odor. Vagisil Powder.
He's not an infant anymore.
Down here.
He's not yet a big boy.
Here we go.
He's a toddler.
There he goes.
Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil.
Smile big.
Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax.
Oh, boy.
After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
Hi, Charlie. It's easy to see why I fell for the guy. Now, after 27 years, I love him more than ever.
So I'm looking out for him. I've even got him eating bran flakes. Not just any bran flakes. Post Premium bran flakes. Premium because Post blends high-fiber wheat bran and whole-grain wheat. Then oven toast those big flakes till they're crisp and even more delicious.
Hey, a hunk like Charlie, you look out for him.
Post Premium bran flakes.
From Post. The FX Action Adventure Afternoon presents The Bat Crime Fighter's Oath. Raise your right hand. I
Would you state your full name, please?
do hereby pledge to put all criminals in their place.
Snap on the back cuffs.
To retain arcane knowledge.
It's the basic formula for escaping from the Siamese human knot.
And to always carry a pair of tights.
Instant unfolding bat costumes.
You are hereby bat deputized.
It's the law.
Now put your hand down and watch Batman. Part of AAA TV, every day at 5, only on FX.
It's 19 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Lori and Tom. Bob the puppet and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Lori and Tom and Bob.
Yay! And Richard Simmons is off on another adventure. I thought it was an appropriate time before we move on with Breakfast Time. If we could, Jeff, directing for the vacationing Chuck O'Neill, dim the lights just a little bit. If we have any relaxing, tranquil music, there he goes. He's off in his, oh, he didn't get a stretch this time. Gee, and he's still talking to us.
This whole first part of the show is a stretch.
Just, if we can take a video tour of the apartment as people in every room relax post-Simmons. In the kitchen, our visiting viewers dining a bit more slowly. As
There he
Richard,
goes.
The car's bouncing.
He's gone off with the cab entourage to Good Day, New York. There's Sue Skinner. She's in the bathroom. I trust she's meditating there.
Looking for the mouse.
That's right. Everyone relaxed, tranquil, eager for the next portion of this breakfast time experience. All right, lights up. Let's party.
Okay, let's go.
Yay.
We're going to check in with our local remotes across the country, see what's happening, starting in Steve Austin's hometown of Ojai, California. Gwen McGee. No, actually, it's Phil Kogan. No, Gwen McGee's in Ojai, isn't she?
Yeah, Gwen's here. There she
Gwen's
is.
in Ojai. There she is. Hi, Gwen.
They have the technology there.
Okay, so this is from the Ojai Valley News, and what's making headlines are future groom finds once a night is enough. Now, here's what happened. Chris McIntosh proposed to his fiancée in front of 30 of her co-workers. What he did was he sat her up and told her she had won some sweepstakes tickets and had to come outside and take a supposedly promotional photo. She comes outside. My man is in a knight. He's dressed up as a knight. He's got the horse. He's got the page boy and everything, and everybody witnessed. There wasn't a dry eye in the crowd. We actually have a picture of them here smooching. She accepted. They're getting married July 31st next year.
Oh, very nice.
You know, that's a little much for me. Just, you know,
Open mouth kissing on the front page of the
a
paper?
quiet dinner and a drop to the knee proposal. Fine.
Oh no, Lori, it's a good thing Anthony dropped to his knee and proposed to me. It's a you'll love it. Wait, just watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Melman, you're on order. Let's
If I
go to
had a
Phil,
knee, I would drop to it.
Phil Kogan in Cumberland, Ohio, at the Wilds, North America's largest endangered species reserve. Phil?
Kiwi. Bob, you make my job very difficult. This is from the Times Recorder right here, and you can see people are as busy as bees. Bob, Tom, and Laurie, they've got a basket convention here. Believe me, it's on the front page, and everyone's talking about it. You can see all the baskets that they got there.
You did the basket story yesterday.
I know, but that's all I have on the front page, except for, check this out. Come on right in here.
FX.
Recognize these people? We've got more coverage this week than the baskets.
But enough about us. Let's talk about us.
Yeah.
What do the
Yeah, that's
bees
right.
have to do with the baskets? What's the bees?
Busy as a bee. See?
We're busy as bees making baskets.
Oh.
What they do is they have a number of headings, and they just use the same headings over and over again.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. And I think America is breathing a sigh of relief now. Let's head into the ballroom. I'll bring my candle with me because this is an important prop as we join Frank Cronson, our FX science guy, here in Mr. Cronson's classroom. Couldn't we get a full class
School's
assembled?
in, everybody. Ding, ding.
Come on, Ron Hoffman, Spencer,
There's
come
a
on in
flu
here.
going around.
Lisa, come over here. Lisa's our floor director in training. Take a desk over here.
John Davis.
Now, as you know, we are tenuously weaving baking soda throughout the entire show today.
Jiffy Pop.
And what we're going to do is apparently use baking soda to find out how a fire extinguisher works. We may find out how a sprinkler system works a bit quicker.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Well,
Frank.
shall we try it?
Sure.
What is that? The regular fire
This is
extinguisher,
a
correct?
special kind of fire extinguisher that uses baking soda in its solution.
No, that's the gasoline. Oh.
It uses an aerosol form of baking soda in combination with other ingredients.
John, aren't you glad you were standing there with your camera? Yeah.
I was told 1.5 seconds or we'd have Mount Vesuvius.
Okay.
Okay? Now, we can simulate that. Baking soda, when it's mixed with an acid such as vinegar, releases carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas is heavier than oxygen, so it acts like an invisible chemical blanket to prevent oxygen from getting to the flame. I'm going to generate some carbon dioxide.
I used
like
to do that
this.
in kindergarten.
Oh, yes. This is very popular. This reaction is the basic teaching reaction. Generate some carbon dioxide.
Right.
And as you can see, I can pour it down the tube.
Just the fumes from
It's because it's heavier. We can't see it. But it's heavier and it blankets out.
We don't have tubes. Do we need tubes?
Now what I want you to try is pour the vinegar into your soda bottle, and you'll try it without the tube. Now we're not going to use the liquid to smother the flame. We know that that will work.
All right.
Okay?
Just
That's it.
pour nothing.
Now, don't pour it yet.
What do we do? Oh, great, Lori.
Okay. Now, put your
Told you not
thumb.
to shake it up.
Happy New Year. Put your thumb over the top. We just want the carbon dioxide in there.
Right.
And put it near the candle flame like this. Hold it horizontally, a little above the flame.
Fire
Easy,
gone.
losing
hands there. That's very good though, Frank.
Okay.
You learn so many
And
things.
that's the gas coming.
Yeah, the carbon dioxide acts to prevent oxygen to get to the flame. It can no longer support combustion. Now, this is especially good for what they call B and C grade fires, which are flammable gases, flammable fumes, oils and greases, flammable liquids, and electrical. And you can keep a box of baking soda by the stove somewhere. We always did that in my family. And the baking soda can smother the flame out
Or bake
in
cookies.
a safe way without dispersing it.
Great. Frank, thank you very
Frank
much.
Cronson, Mr. Cronson's classroom. I got to see what pouring vinegar on a wheelbarrow full of...
It's got to be done.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's got to
yes,
be done.
yes, yes,
Save civilization.
yes. Get out while you can.
I don't know. Will it do anything? There's so much. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, come over this side. You're missing the best side.
I don't think you have enough vinegar. More vinegar.
Yeah, we need more vinegar.
More
While
vinegar.
we're getting a
That's
vat
what we
full of
need,
vinegar,
yeah.
Jim.
More
We got
vinegar.
a mailbag first?
See if the carbon dioxide will...
Oh, yeah, put it out, will you? This thing's working like a Swiss clock.
I'll
A
tell
little
you.
mailbag music, please, Maestro.
I'm
gonna
carbon
sit
dioxide.
right down and write myself a letter.
Okie doke.
You know, yesterday in the meeting we have where we plan the next day's show, I was saying, you know what I love about today's show? There's a lot of baking soda in it, and there's no way you can lose when you have a lot of baking soda.
That is exactly what he was not saying in the meeting. I'll just tell you right now. Oh, we have to have, I think we
Beatrice
have to...
is going to be
oh,
here
good.
for
I'm
this.
glad, Beatrice. You have to translate this letter for us. Luis
Beatrice.
brought us from Truma, Venezuela, South America.
Can you read it to us as it was
Primero.
written first and then
Yeah.
give us a translation?
Amigo, los saludo por el bonito programa que veo en la mañana antes de irme a la escuela. Quisiera tener unas camisas para mi papá, mi mamá y mi hermano. Cuando vaya a Nueva York con mis padres, los iré a visitar, ya que mi papá va a ir en el mes de diciembre del 95.
Sábado Grande.
That's right.
Of course, you know this means war.
No, it doesn't. It's all nice stuff. Tell us what it means.
Okay, friends, I would like to say hello, beautiful program you have. I see it every morning before I go to school.
Great.
I would like to have some teachers for me, my father, my mom, and my brother. When I go to New York with my parents, I will go visit you. My father will be there by December 95.
Oh, that's great.
And they see us in, they don't see us in Venezuela, South America, do they?
They do.
They do.
Now, there's
because he said,
there's a little
see it.
problem with that because they don't see us on cable. They
course
see
not.
us, I think, as a pirated satellite signal.
Yeah, that's with subtitles too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just, we can't be going mailing T-shirts to felons. So don't expect you'll get a T-shirt in the mail.
Yeah.
Not at all,
anytime
Jim.
soon.
Yeah,
And
this is television. We have
kind of
epics, you
behavior
know.
from anybody else.
That's right.
So, Jim, don't tell people how they can write and fax
No.
us
Yeah.
if they watch us on satellite.
That's right. You honest people, write to us at Breakfast Time, P.O. Box 825, Madison
Thank you,
Square
Victor.
Station, New York, New York, 10159-0825. Or call us at 1-800-FXFX.
Hey, Mo, I can't see.
Or fax us at 212-802-4208. Or email us at fxbreakfast@delphi.com. If we read your letter on the air and you pass FBI scrutiny, we'll send you one of those T-shirts in the mail.
I got my eyes closed.
We will
Thanks,
indeed.
Jim.
Thank you. What is coming up?
Well, before, I just want to mention that comedy aficionados, stay tuned, because I'll tell you this for certain. There's a lot more baking soda.
Thank God.
Big rhinos and camels coming. They aren't just on their own. The Wilds in Ohio.
X presents Nicholas Bradford, martial artist.
And performance artist?
Watch out, we're in the middle of a blizzard!
Enjoy the many sides of Nicholas on 8 is Enough every day on FX.
Call this toll-free number now to receive a free vacation discount book where you'll save on hotels, dining, and attractions during Kissimmee St. Cloud's Great Fall Winter Getaway. Stay right in the heart of Central Florida's world-famous attractions. Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, Disney MGM Studios, as well as SeaWorld, and Universal Studios Florida. Call 1-800-354-KISS today to receive a free coupon book and save on your Kissimmee St. Cloud Great Fall Winter Getaway.
This is it, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Esty looks in for a sign. Swung on. A towering drive to center field.
What?
California grapes, the natural snack.
Concerned about your family's safety? Then note that Subaru Legacy wagons, like Volvo wagons, come with many safety features, plus one even Volvo doesn't offer. Subaru all-wheel drive, which automatically transfers power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip. One reason, perhaps, why the Legacy wagon outsells all Volvo wagons combined. For true safety isn't just helping you survive an accident, it's helping you avoid one. For a limited time, get 1.9% financing or lease for just $199 a month.
If you want frosting that takes your taste buds to the tropics, you want Duncan Hines' new tropical fruit-flavored frosting, like mango tangerine and kiwi strawberry, already whipped, just like homemade. Duncan Hines, hot stuff.
Every night you dream and every day it slips away. Welcome to Dream FX, where your dreams can see the light of day.
Last night, I dreamt I was a pigeon. It was kind of gross, to be honest, because I was kind of a pigeon, but I still had my own taste in food. I wasn't a very good flyer either. I couldn't get very far up in the air. Finally, I started to get the hang of it. Started to get late. I started to wonder where I was going to spend the night. Until I met this, like, I know this sounds weird, but it was this really sexy pigeon. Then I woke up, though, before anything good could happen.
Watch for more Dream FX, day and night.
It's 7 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Tom, Laurie, Bob, the puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Laurie, Bob, and Tom.
That's the gang's all here.
Guess what? For the end of the show, I just talked to noted producer Paul Shavelson, who's over
That's
over there.
coded producer.
He has sent out some of our crack intern staff to get as much vinegar as they can buy. So if you're like many Americans, if you're very into this baking soda theme show, at the very end of the show, we're going to be pouring as much vinegar as we could possibly purchase in an hour into that wheelbarrow, and that's when the fun really begins.
Right. Take out your home kits now.
Yeah, exactly. And if that doesn't keep you tuned in, we also have word of the day, Jim.
Yes, and Laurie, did you ever get dressed too fast and then try to explain that stripes and plaids are a fashion statement?
No.
No? Did you ever eat too fast and try to explain that pizza stains are a
I've eaten
fashion
with
statement?
you. I know the answer to this.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
I do.
Well, when you dress too fast or you eat too fast, you are not, Maestro, fastidious. Fastidious. And what that means is meticulously attentive to details, exacting, very neat. So like in The Odd Couple, Felix was fastidious. Oscar was not.
As
and
opposed,
that's the word of the day.
As opposed to Paul Shavelson, who's a fast idiot.
And that's the word of the day.
We got to do something about that.
Did anybody else notice Lamb Chop interviewing yesterday? Was there a reason?
I saw Lamb Chop here.
That's right.
Did you? Yeah.
Gruber was here, too.
Now, Steve's dog, Steve Walker's dog, Jack, is here. That means Steve is soon to follow, and we'll be talking about how to medicate your pet. Oh, there he is. There's Steve in there. But before we do anything else, since you're with us, Jim, here, and your mic's hot, let's talk about Aunt Mary, your own Aunt Mary from Jersey City, New Jersey, who had been doing regular film reviews. But she was telling me that she wanted to come back and cook. What she really likes to do is just hang out and cook. So you will see Aunt Mary again, but not in a film review mode.
Not in an official capacity, just as our Aunt Mary.
And she's taking August off.
All right. But apparently, Aunt Mary, when talking to one of her sons who lives in where?
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. She conveyed to her son the message that her last scheduled segment was bumped due to the appearance of TV Nation's Michael Moore.
Right, that's right.
Now, you pick it up from that point and tell us what happened.
Then her son held up a sign. Michael Moore was filming in Philadelphia, and he held up a sign that the Gordon family is at war with TV Nation. And apparently he threatened the chicken with boxes of shake and bake.
That's right. This is Michael Moore's Fighting Chicken.
Right.
The capon, as Bob refers to.
That's right. That's right. So that there is going to be a peace hearing. The Gordons have demanded reparations from TV Nation.
Now, Michael Moore, on location, saw your cousin with this sign, went over to him, and talked to him on camera about this whole breakfast time imbroglio.
Oh, the negotiations were hot and heavy, from what I understand.
All right. So that may appear as part of TV Nation, what, this Friday night?
This Friday night, right. Okay. On Fox.
The Aunt Mary controversy with Michael Moore.
Aunt Mary has no idea how many lives she touches.
That's right.
She's like a walking disaster. She just walks in, her path is carved, and the bodies fall where they may. She's our Aunt Mary, though, and she will be back, we're glad to say. We're going to go to Cumberland, Ohio right now. Phil Kogan is at the Wilds. It's an endangered species reserve, and we're going to, actually this hour, see the entire reserve, aren't we, Phil? We're going to try.
Yeah, we've got a great adventure lined up for you. This whole place here, Laurie, is over 10,000 acres, and it used to be surface mined up until a few years ago, until the power board gave it to the preserve people here. I just want to show you where we're going up in here. Let me grab the camera. We're going up in a helicopter. Here's our cameraman, Z, and pilot John. They're going to take us for an adventure. This is the first time we've attempted this on breakfast time. I'll just get around here and get my seatbelt on. The positive thing about this, Laurie, is the fact that it was used for mining, and now, plug my communication system in, was used for mining, and is now being used for a preserve to help protect a lot of endangered animals. Up the front there, this is Bob Reese. Bob Reese is the executive producer here. Bob, I just wondered if you could hold the mic for a second. I'll clip my seatbelt on. Tell Laurie about the purpose of the preserve here.
Okay, Phil, the area that we're passing over right now is the about 1,500 acres of land that is the first part of the development of over 10,000 acres that was given to us, donated to us by American Electric Power to develop educational and research programs for endangered wildlife.
Now, we're looking down on some animals right now. Could you tell us what we're looking at there?
Yeah, those are scimitar horned oryx. They're extinct in the wild. We're using them here primarily to develop reproductive programs for them.
Laurie, they've got a number of different animals here, and what they do is they separate them by fences. As I mentioned, there was 10,000 acres. So far, they've developed 1,500 since they opened here last year. You're looking down now on one of the 150 lakes that they have, and Bob, they're incredibly clean, and they need to be to protect the animals.
Oh, the lakes are in great shape. We have a lot of limestone base in the area that keeps them pure, but this area here is all African. We have a big 350-acre pasture that's just been opened for Africa and another area for Asia. This whole property will be developed along those lines.
Laurie, this is the largest of its type in the United States. If you're looking down right now, I think, Z, you might be able to see the rhinoceroses down near there. That's the southern white rhino. And again, this is so important, Bob, to help protect these threatened and endangered animals.
Oh, absolutely. The rhinos, all rhino species are endangered in the wild, and one of the main focuses on our point here is the research programs that you're going to be seeing down below us right now, are the research facilities that we're going to be using to develop rhino research programs.
turn now as we come around and show you the wetlands area. And the wetlands area are very important because they're home to a lot of endangered species or threatened species. This is a place where the wetlands can obviously provide refuge for a lot of animals, different plants.
Your signal is breaking up a little bit. We're having trouble with the picture.
A large part of our whole mission here involves education. This kind of a wetland gives us the opportunity to provide a lot of conservation education for kids.
Getting very loud, yeah. Laurie, the whole place is eventually going to be finished in about 16 years from now, and it will literally be like going to Africa. You know, our not our cameraman, our director, Chuck, went off to Africa. Well, really, all he needed to do was just jump on a plane with me and come out of here.
Yeah, now you tell him.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little late for the information right now. I just wanted to ask you, it isn't Africa in the sense that you get some extreme weather temperatures here. What do the animals do in the winter? They're used to warm climates.
A lot of the animals, especially the African animals, are.
Giraffe down there.
Yeah, there's the giraffe down there. Yeah, in fact, we're seeing some of their winter quarters right now.
And the zebras as well, I can see.
Yeah, the zebras are, most of the African animals come in the winter time. They're provided with heated shelter. Some of them stay out. Przewalski horses, camels, things like that stay out all winter long.
Laurie, we're going to leave you right now. This is a wonderful place to come and see the wilds. It's about 5 miles outside of Cumberland. We're going to hover around right here, go back to home base, and when we come back, show you a little more and take you on some more adventures.
Oh, Phil, it was an adventure. Excellent work from you and Z, the cameraman, who is shooting it for you, and Jen Weiner, the producer, too.
Can we
terrific.
hold on those shots, Bob?
Yeah.
Let me throw this at you here.
Okay.
Be a traffic reporter in a wildlife reserve.
Giraffe backed up on the main thoroughfare, the aqueduct by the tanks. We got a rhino broken down in the left-hand lane there. Of course, we have the usual rubberneckers and people stopping to take a look. People just keep moving. Nothing to see here.
I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it. Let's kick off the 8 o'clock hour. What do you say?
Yeah.
You know, there are some things that have been bothering me. If a watch pot never boiled, shouldn't a watch toaster at least slow down a little? And what about a watched watch? If it slows down, it doesn't work. But if it's never watched, it's no good to anybody. Well, it's still good to watch Breakfast Time, I guess. And welcome back to Breakfast Time with Laurie Hibbert, Tom Bergeron, and Bob the Puppet. My name's Jim, and I'm the announcer. Let's say good morning. Here's Laurie and Tom and Bob.
The Bobster.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the second hour. Hey, I did that for a living. That's a tough job.
You beat your chest?
Yes.
Don't do that. Yeah. Damage you beyond all repair. Well, you took a shovel in the nose. You can handle it.
Nose job.
Rob's up here. Our audio wizard is up here. Rob, what's the deal? Who's giving us all those nifty audio effects?
He can't hear you. The audio's not working.
Yeah, wonderful.
No effect.
No,
I think he's training a new guy.
Someone today, and I'm just observing from up here.
There is. Oh, there is. And who is
Phil's
that
doing
doing
such a fine job. I have confidence enough to come up here.
All right.
But he's doing just fine. I'm off.
What? Well, let's give him a little audio challenge. Do you have our? Because Rob always has our.
Corona, my favorite.
Vinegar.
Oh, vinegar.
Cool. Hey, baking soda fans! At the end of the show, do we have a shot in the ballroom? Do we have a shot? Because we got a wheelbarrow. We will in a second.
Go, baby, go.
We've got a wheelbarrow full of baking soda. And as we found out from our kindergarten teacher, Kristen, you pour vinegar into that stuff, you got a volcano.
Yeah.
Big volcanic finish. It's the Mount St. Helens edition of BT, so stay with us.
Also coming up, Jillian Hamilton is going to show us how we can preserve our clothing, how to pack it away properly and fold it properly. And yeah, you sprinkle baking soda on it too. Also, Steve Walker is going to be here to tell you how to administer medication to your pet. That's what all this stuff is.
What? We're going to do it?
Yeah.
We have to give Jack medicine?
No, me.
We have to give Bob medicine. Yeah, that's right.
It's time to worm the
We'll
puppet.
feed our pets, you feed your pets. Also, Academy Award-winning actress Louise Fletcher is here with us this hour. She is one of the stars in the new virtual reality thriller, Virtuosity. And we also say hi to our road warriors. Speaking of virtual reality, Gwen McGee is in, California at the Wheeler Hot Springs Spa. Gwen?
That's right, Tom. And you know, also on the grounds of the Wheeler Hot Springs Spa, they have a very intimate jazz club and a nice restaurant, too. But what we're going to do, I'm at the bottom of the mountain here, and up here is the skincare center. And when we come back, what we're going to do is go up inside into the skincare center and find out what actual treatments they offer here at Wheeler Hot Springs Center when we come back.
You going to get a seaweed wrap, Gwen?
No, I couldn't, Laurie. I wanted one.
Get one after the show.
There you go. Yeah, just stick around.
Yeah.
Once daylight hits, you know, you can get one then.
That's right.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
That's
I
what
can't
scares
say.
me.
What's scary is I know what he's laughing at.
Phil Kogan is still flying the friendly skies of Cumberland, Ohio, above the wilds. Phil?
Yeah, Tom, we're just about to go back to home base, which is just out this way. We're going to take you down on the ground. This time we're going to be on the ground and get up close with some of these endangered and threatened animals with Bob Reese here, who is the executive producer. So we got a lot more adventure lined up for you here from Ohio.
All right, hold that shot, if you would, as we get another traffic update from the Game Reserve Traffic Center.
I'm going to suggest the Ibex Highway to those of you trying to come into the city today because the new expressway is broken down with, of course, a broken down rhino on the left lane.
Thank you very much. Let's go right across the street. All right, over here.
Right over
this
there.
way. Madison Square Park. Patricia Moreno with some new moms or people who are pretending they are. They're stroller sizing.
They really are. They are new moms. Well, you know, Tom, the toughest part for being a new mother sometimes is just getting back in shape, finding the time, and sometimes the time to just be alone. But when we come back, we're going to show you Stroller Size and the creator of it. And we're going to show you how these new moms are getting back in shape with their babies, not waiting till they can get into the gym, but really doing it right after to make them feel better and look better as soon as possible.
All right, by the way, and be careful not to knee your baby in the back of the head when you're doing that.
Bobby kicked me.
Thanks,
Oh, we got real
Patricia.
babies, too. Real moms and real babies. Wow, we got it all here. And we also have a look at today's top stories.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vernon Shaw. Here's what's happening. Residents in Florida and Alabama are now heading for cover as Hurricane Aaron churns their way. Earlier, forecasters had predicted Aaron was aiming for Mississippi and Louisiana. The storm's expected to pound ashore late this afternoon or early evening. Aaron is being blamed for at least 2 deaths in Florida, and 5 other people are still missing. Otherwise, officials say the state appears to have gotten off fairly lightly from the brush with the storm yesterday. Women have apparently reached the glass ceiling again when it comes to politics. A new national study shows the number of women elected to office has stopped growing for the first time in 20 years. And finally, instead of a tow truck and ambulance, butter and bibs were needed at a recent accident in Maine. Police say a truck carrying 14,000 pounds of lobsters ran off the road, leaving behind the supply. No equipment was available to handle the crustaceans, so they meant free dinner for nearby residents. Well, that's a quick look at what's making headlines now. Here's Jim with the weather.
There's a spiky yellow ball in East LA, but there's also a rust alert in Sterling Heights, Michigan, as we have this big area of thunder showers that goes right through New England from Texas. And then, of course, there's Erin. Erin is like that girlfriend that just keeps coming back and back and back. And is hitting the Gulf now. Let's look at those high temperatures. And I actually cannot make anything of this except that for some reason, the 90s reminds me of a bird in flight. And that's the weather.
Not going to weave any baking soda into your weather?
Yeah, no, I did. It's a cross-section of the reaction.
Oh, very good. Well, in keeping with our baking soda theme today, we've got Dr. Ron Hoffman joining us to talk about the medicinal purposes and uses for baking soda. So what can you use it for? Besides brushing your teeth, which I know.
A million things. It's virtually a panacea. It's one of the most important things you can keep in your medicine chest.
540,000 of them.
Okay, well, I just have over here. We have the baking soda, and the most common use for baking soda is as a natural antacid. You can take a little baking soda, a tablespoon, and mix it in some water, and then bottoms up, you drink it.
What does it taste like?
It doesn't taste good. It tastes salty. Yeah. It's important to know that baking soda contains a lot of sodium, so people with high blood pressure, people who should not have a lot of salt, should not use this as an antacid.
Anything with sodium is salty, right? Like sodium chloride.
Indeed. Yeah, you could take the edge off a little bit by adding sugar, or a little peppermint oil essence, or something like that. Be creative. It's a very simple way to do that.
But it's a good way, to, if you have indigestion.
Yes, if you have heartburn, if you have indigestion, it really clears things up, and it's cheap. The other thing you can do is you can make sort of a slurry of this stuff here. Give me your arm
Slurry
here.
with the fringe on top.
Is that like a paste?
Yeah, you make a paste, and so, you know, if you have like a bee sting or a bug bite or something itchy, or poison ivy, you let it,
really?
stick it on
Well,
there,
that's
it's very
you
soothing.
can take a bath in baking soda when you have poison ivy. It soothes you.
Comes out like a rose.
Exactly, and or if you have sunburn, you can take a bath in baking soda.
Right.
Or what we have an illustration of down here is we have someone who has... No, she has a stingray. No, she has, this is get that stingray out of there. We're talking about athlete's foot here, and it
The
makes
worst
a
case
soothing...
I've ever seen.
Yeah, really. You can make a soothing bath. You can make a soothing bath of baking soda, add just a little bit to the bath water, or you can apply the paste directly, or you can do this little trick. You can dust your socks and shoes with a little baking soda.
It'll stop the itch.
Yeah, also it's a good poison antidote. Most poisons at home are actually alkaline, which this is, so you would actually use a vinegar antidote for many poisons like if you drink bleach or something. That's actually not to be used here. But if you were to take something acidic, like if your child were to get into your dark room and take one of the acidic substances, you can antidote it with that.
Great. And what is
And here's
Nate
one of
doing?
the uses. Nate is simultaneoly brushing his teeth and shaving.
I'm shaving.
He's quite adept at this. Actually, you can
Don't get those two confused
brush
there,
your
Nate.
Why don't you demonstrate how you brush your teeth with this? It's an inexpensive way of brushing your teeth, and it's a very good cleanser. It keeps your mouth fresh. Yeah, go ahead.
But as we found out, it doesn't taste very good from,
doesn't taste that
drinking
good.
it.
Yeah.
Which is why Nate's doing it.
It's good for whitening as well,
Right.
isn't it?
The other thing you can do is you can demonstrate daubing this on your face as an aftershave. A lot of men have trouble. They have burns from the razor, the electric razor.
Right.
Indeed. That's a nice bracing thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So a lot of good, nice reasonable ways, but can too much baking soda be bad for you, besides the
Yes,
sodium
it can be.
intake?
The sodium
Yeah.
is the problem. Or actually, if you give too much baking soda to a child, watch out, because children can get too acid. Too much vitamin C might make them too acid. Too much baking soda might make them too basic. It throws off their metabolism. This is in kids.
Thanks, Dr. Ron.
Basically,
Yet even more uses for baking soda. We're like PBS on this show. We
Will
just
it
give
never
information.
end?
Tom.
You know, the only thing that I regret is we didn't save this baking soda theme show for sweeps. That's We have Steve Walker and his dog Jack. We also have Cassandra Dan's son with their cat here. Both of which pets will be medicated very soon, like the rest of us, right, Jim?
That's right. A little bit of sugar makes the medicine go down for kids. But how do you give medicine to your pets? And if you wrap yourself in seaweed, are you smart or sushi?
Every night on FX, Under Scrutiny's Jane Wallace goes one-on-one with today's issues and newsmakers.
Is there any meat here, or is this just all taste and tail?
She's off-center, but not off the mark.
There is something sort of macaroni and cheese about this survey.
Outrageous, but never out of control.
Your wife approves of this population plan?
News that's seriously interesting.
Oh, everybody's gone on this one.
Jane Wallace. Hard news, blunt talk, sharp wit.
Clearly there's more to say on this.
Under Scrutiny, weeknights at 7, 6 Central, exclusively on FX.
So sweet. So irresistible. A temptation you can't resist. California grapes, the natural snack.
Wonder if they still fit. Ah, so good. Part of having a great look.
Whoa, good.
It's an understatement. Is keeping it. And Kellogg's Special K can help. It's like a glove. Great toasted taste, just 110 calories, and fat-free. I look like a teenager.
I look like a rock star.
Kellogg's Special K. Great taste never looks so good.
Too bad I can't sing.
Secrets? I don't really have any secrets. Oh, wait, I've got one. Lipton Recipe Secrets. Fiesta herb with red pepper. It gives my chicken a delicious new sizzle. Lipton Recipe Secrets. I'm a much better cook with it than without it.
She's at that certain age. She's not an infant anymore. She's not quite a young lady. She's a toddler. Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil. Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax. Here, sweetheart. After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
The combination of the Nordic Track exercise along with a low-fat diet has really helped me
trim my waistline and my weight.
When I first started working out with the Nordic Track, I lost a lot of weight in a very short period of time. I went from 226 to 172 in just a few months.
I look good. I feel good. I've gone down 2 dress sizes. I feel sensational.
If you've ever wondered what a Nordic Track workout can do for you, just listen to an owner.
You want me to talk about my experience with Nordic Track? I had become a couch potato. We all know what they are. Ended up talking to my doctor, who said I had to do 2 things. Watch my diet and exercise regularly. So as a result of getting on the Nordic Track, I brought my weight down considerably. I lost 12 pounds. Now I want you to go right out and buy one.
Call now for your free video and brochure to learn how you can get on track with Nordic Track.
Quarter past the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Tom, Lori, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Tom, and Bob, and Steve Walker.
And Jack.
And Jack.
Right. Yeah. Steve, just before we came on the air, warning us all off Waterworld.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the only way I can justify myself spending the $8 is to warn all of America.
Yeah.
Don't go.
Our own Mike Moore on the Lech Cam. Where are you, Mike? Oh, there you are. You saw it last night? Thumbs up or down? You said you liked it. Sideway thumb.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't bad. I mean, I don't think any movie's worth all the money they put into it.
That's right.
Yeah, but there were women in that one, right, Mike?
No, not many, no. Believe it or not.
We go from a movie that was a bitter pill for a movie studio to pills for your pets. Steve Walker from the Pet Department and Jack here to talk about
Jack, who isn't looking very happy at the moment.
No.
It's just sort of a fact of life that if you have a pet, a dog or a cat, eventually at some point you're probably going to have to give them a pill.
Sure.
Dogs especially, heartworm medicine comes in weekly and monthly tablets, and so we give that to them. So what we thought we'd do is take you through the process. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Jack's a good dog. I'm going to have you do it, and then I'm going to talk about what if they're a problem. First thing you can do is before you even step up to the plate to try to hit this home run is to wear some old clothes, which I broke the first rule already. But if you know your dog...
You did?
Wardrobe. If you know your dog's going to be difficult, then it's a good idea to wear old clothes. The other thing is training actually plays an important part. Sometimes I just go ahead and grab a hold of Jack's lip like this, and sometimes I open his mouth and I grab his tongue like this just for fun and play with it. That gets...
I'm glad, in that event, I'm glad you're seeing more movies.
Yeah.
I need a life.
You need a wife.
That way, when you go to put the pill in his mouth, he's used to having your hands right there. He won't freak out.
Okay.
So do that from time to time. Give him a treat. Okay, so here we are. We're actually going to give him a pill, and I'm going to give you the pill. This is a little vitamin pill.
All right.
And he's already interested. Which is
Definitely.
good. Now, the thing to do, and it's always easier if you have 2 people, but if you don't, you can still do it with 1 person. Okay. Take your hand and go over the top. This is a dominance gesture for dogs, so grab him here. I'm going to lift up the lips, and you're going to see these are the canines, those big teeth, right on the side there. I'm going to put my fingers right in there and sort of squeeze, and he opens right up.
Yeah.
I'm going to just open up, and you're going to stick it right way as far back as you can. Go ahead.
Higher, higher, higher.
Okay. And it looks like, let's see if he swallowed. It's good to check. He did. He did.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me try it myself. Come on.
Exactly. Exactly. And pets, dogs will spit it out too. You'll think you'll get it down, and they'll look at you like, thanks.
Right.
That's it. That's it. Come here. Puppet Heimlich. They'll think you'll get it down, but they'll spit it out in the plant. You'll find it. So make sure they get it down.
This fall for my daughters Cody and Cody, we're getting a cat. So it would be helpful to know how to do this.
I'm going to show you real... Do we have time? Because I want to go through...
Sure.
If you have
We're only
problems...
going to pour vinegar on baking soda. What's the rush?
If you have problems, there's a couple things you can do. Get 2 people, which we just did, which helps. Also, they do make... You see these?
Yeah.
Too much? These are actually...
Well, yeah, for day wear, yeah.
These are actually... These are liquid. I'm going to cut it. Ooh. I'm going to cut it open, and you can put it on the food like that. You can also, that's what this is for, you can crush up the pill and put it in the food, although you aren't sure they're going to get it.
Right.
So those are a couple things you can do. And finally, they call this a pill gun. I call it a pill launcher, because that's really what it does. You pull this sucker back, and you put this little tiny pill right at the top there, and then you can launch it into the animal's mouth. If it's kind of hard, like the cat. Cassandra Danz's cat is here, along with her son, by the way, who doesn't like to take medication either.
Now, which is the cat?
This cat's a little bit shy, and you'll see he'll let me open his mouth. His name's Noir. He'll let me open, but he's not there. See, we only got it open for a second. So you need that. So you need your launcher, and you launch it in there.
All right.
That's how you do that. But
Then you can make a game out of it. Do it from a distance.
Difficult than dogs?
Yeah, but as a rule,
So here you have it from Steve Walker of the Pet Department. Movie reviews, fashion tips, and medication techniques. How about that? Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Good segment. All right.
He's the multi-purpose
No kidding.
But he's no Gwen McGee, we gotta say that. And we're going back to Ojai, California, where Gwen is at a beautiful spa, and we're gonna look at wrapping this hour, some sort of seaweed wraps. Is that right, Gwen?
Yes, that's right, Lori, and learn a little bit about skincare in general, because basically when you think of skincare, like for an average Joe, you think like, hey, a Shield, Dove, you know, wash my face, wash my body. I'm clean. What's the big deal? Why should I spend money for skincare? Well, actually, that's wrong, and you could be doing a lot more to enhance that. Isn't that right? This is Stephanie. Stephanie's a skincare expert here. She is the pregnant one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so now tell me, why is a good skincare program important?
Well, what you put on your face and body is important, just like what you put in your body as far as food goes. So I like to recommend that you use good products on your skin. Tom here is having a facial. We've already done a good cleansing and an exfoliation, and now he's masking, which is moisturizing for the skin, and it's also refining the skin. And he's got the steam on him just to kind of intensify the treatment a little bit.
Baking soda? Yeah, and this is one of the many services that you offer here. Now, you do a thing called Salt Glow. Can you explain to me what that is?
Yes, actually, this is my favorite treatment. This is an exfoliation treatment for the body. So Jason's having the Salt Glow treatment, and it's just sea salts mixed with a little bit of apricot kernel oil. And we rub this on the body, and it removes the dead skin. And we usually follow this up with some kind of a hydrating oil or lotion.
Bring off
so it's
your
exfoliating
dead.
as well as
Bring
hydrating.
off your dead.
So now, what's the benefit for the person?
Well, it removes the dead skin, so it helps renewal and regeneration. And then it's also moisturizing for the skin.
Actually, that
And
feels
it
really
great.
good to have that done.
It looks like
Yeah, have you had that done?
Yeah,
Laura?
I've had that one done. Yeah, but it's awful afterwards. It's so dehumanizing. They put you in this big room and they spray you down, and you're naked. It's really awful.
All right, and now you have the seaweed wrap. Now, what is the benefits of the seaweed wrap?
The seaweed wrap is a moisturizing treatment for the skin. It's also, it also helps to draw out toxins. So what we do is the client comes in and
she'll
they
stay
lie
fresh that way,
here on the
won't she?
bed, and we paint them with this green seaweed. And this comes to us in a freeze-dried form. And then I mix it with some essential oils and water. And then we just wrap the client.
Special sauce.
And they lie here for about 45 minutes.
Great. Now this, you wrap her up. Now, what kind of material is this, Sarah?
This is a micron foil, and mostly what it does is keep the product on the body, and it also helps to keep the body warm, because it's important that you stay warm in this treatment to sweat the toxins.
And you stay here for an hour? Or?
About 45 minutes.
You want
So
fries
the
with
client
that?
can have a facial while he or she is lying here, and it's a nice way to finish off the treatment.
Great. Now, if someone was watching and they just thought, hey, you know, I want to get myself together, start taking care of my skin more. Okay, me. How much would this cost?
Well, a facial runs anywhere between $25 to $55. $55 here. We do a mini facial for $25. The Salt Glow is about $35, and the body wrap is $60.
Great, well, reasonably priced. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. And listen, congratulations. Her mother just called her last night and predicted that she'll be having twins. So, oh well. Anyway, her skin's glowing. Back to you, Lori.
Thank you very much. Was her mother a psychic or something?
No. No, she just, you know what mothers are.
She's a heavy drinker.
That's it.
Thank you, Jim.
She's into baking soda.
Jim, let's not project our own problems onto other people.
I told them not everybody hears those voices.
Let's go to break. Jim, in one of your many personalities, tell us what's coming up.
New moms stroller-size their way to pre-pregnant sveltness. They're pushing for 2 now.
Think you've seen Dynasty on other channels?
That is a lie.
Darn right, Blake. Dynasty's only on cable. Weekdays at 9 Eastern, noon, only on FX.
This is it, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Esty looks in for a sign. Swung on. A towering drive to center field.
What?
California grapes, the natural snack.
I was a size 16. I was fat. And that's when I decided to go to Jenny Craig.
Now at Jenny Craig, lose 20 pounds for $20. Call 1-800-45-JENNY today.
Now I feel great. I get into this dress, I start to cry. Oh my gosh, I just put on a size 8. That's so cool.
He's not an infant anymore.
Down here.
He's not yet a big boy.
Here we go.
He's a toddler.
There he goes.
Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil.
Smile big.
Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax.
Oh boy.
After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
Isn't it about time you took that summer vacation?
Oh, but I'm broke now.
Don't sweat it. FXM Movies from Fox presents a special offer in August, our summer value vacations. Now here's our lovely FXM travel agent with all the details.
Our exciting itinerary takes you to exotic locations.
I'm going to marry Mademoiselle and take Mademoiselle to the moon.
You don't even need a reservation.
Is that a fact?
We'll get you all the way to Europe with no jet lag.
Understand?
On our cruises, you'll never get seasick. With the FXM Summer Value Vacation, you'll never stand in line for the best drama, action, comedy, musicals, and romance. And you'll be shown all these sights by a star-studded array of tour guides.
And I'm at your service.
Well, there you have it. The places, the stars, the movies. FXM gives you a hassle-free summer value vacation direct from the source, the 20th Century Fox Studios in Hollywood.
It was worth the trip.
In August, it's a big-screen summer vacation every day on FXM Movies from Fox. Contact your local cable operator today.
It's 27 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Lori, Tom, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Tom.
No, actually, let's go over to Lori. You caught me by surprise.
Louise Fletcher joining us. Welcome to Breakfast Time.
Well, thank you.
We're thrilled to have you here, Tom Bergeron.
Welcome. Oh, and Bob. This is Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hi. Can I mention
She
something?
looked at nobody told her about
I found out something about you. And is Ed ready? Where's Ed? Ed? Oh, Adam, good. Bring it in so she feels at home. We have a case of Diet Coke. I hear you started drinking it again, and well, we find out all kinds of stuff. So this is just a little something from us to you to make you.
Do I have to hold it?
No. Would you like us to snap open a bottle for you?
Sure.
Can we serve up an ice-cold Diet Coke to Louise Fletcher, Academy Award-winning actress? Yeah. And by the way, we'd like to invite you at the end of the show to join us for the gala pouring of vinegar on the wheelbarrow full of baking soda.
What does that accomplish?
Just say yes.
Explain the show to her. I'm going over here.
Great, now you've upset her.
I know.
It's Baking Soda Day on Breakfast Time, so we're trying to weave it into every segment. We were hoping that you might brush your teeth with it for us.
I keep mine in the refrigerator.
Oh, do you? Well, there you go. She's a player.
Okay, good. Let's join Patricia Moreno. She's right across the street in Madison Square Park, right across Fifth Avenue. For moms, new moms who are looking to get rid of the weight they necessarily gained while they were carrying their child, stroller sizing could be the way to do it. Patricia?
Yeah, actually, it's a great way to do it. For a lot of those moms who just say they don't have time, they don't know how to do it, they're out in the park with their strollers. This is something they can do to whip their bodies back into shape. This is Elizabeth. She's the creator of Stroller Size. Elizabeth, why did you create this?
Because when I was a new mom, my body was not what it used to be. And what happened was I felt alienated. And I wanted to get my body back to normal. And whatever normal might be, I thought it would be tight, maybe my waistline back and my buns were down to my knees. And I got desperate because I couldn't go to a gym and sort of this whole new world was open to me. So one day I got out with a stroller and I said, you know what? This might be the best answer for my buns and my tush and my breath. And I started pushing, and fortunately, I got my figure back.
Well, let's see one of the exercises. Let's do one for the legs.
It's like Baby Berkeley.
Stroller rollout, and this is helping them strengthen their back. And as all the exercises in the program have specific muscle groups that they're working on to help them with motherhood, or the sport of motherhood, we might call it. And right now, they're working on their lower back so they can pick up toys and change with more ease, and pretty much just feel stronger. We're also going to do something for the waistline.
Okay, so let's see it.
Let's do the waistline. We're going to be holding on the stroller, and we're going to be thinking about being really
Keep her mic, Patricia.
And we're going to stroll the stroller away from the waist and really feel the stretch along the side and stroll. And I think this is a good time when the baby feels like they're rocking. And Mom is doing some weight.
The babies stay calm like this, don't they?
The babies go into stroller sizing, mesmerizing. They think Mom is the greatest moving mobile.
Let's see the one for the legs. I love this one.
The legs are really good. Lunges. We all don't really like lunges so much, so what we're going to do is we're going to step back.
Let's do lunge.
Knee over the ankle, pull the waistline in, chest is over the hips, and we're going to come up and squeeze the buttocks other side. Stroll the stroller way out and coming on up. And stroll the stroller way out, squeeze the buttocks, and coming up. And make sure your tummy's nice and tight, nice and flat. Abs are used all the time.
So this is really great because it's something they can do when they're outside in their park. They can either get the video and the audio cassette. You have all the exercises right here.
Right.
You can either do it in a group or on your own.
I think it's good, too, to remember to get a friend or another new mom so that you have a companion, you have that motivation, or you can call it one-to-one personal training for each other, for the moms. Or if you want to get a group together, you can do it alone, and I feel that people who rollerblade or walk or run should also stroller size.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's a great way just to kind of get your motivation up to work out. You guys can rest a little bit. So we have one last piece of advice for these women.
It's going to be really tough in your new life as a mom. And if you don't put fitness in your life right now, you're not going to help your child get educated. You're not going to help motivate your husband to also get out there and do it with you. And you've got to lead the family in the right direction, and I think that's managed care.
I think that's great. So if you want more information, just look for the number of stroller size. You can get the video and the audio cassette, and you too can stroller size. Thanks, Tom.
Why do I think these kids will grow up wanting to bungee jump? I have this urge to go forward and backward and forward and backward. Lori?
Okay, right now let's check in with Vernon for some of today's top stories.
Hello everyone, I'm Vernon Shaw. Here's a quick look at what's making headlines. It's too late for some folks to get out of Hurricane Aaron's path. Emergency officials in Panama City, Florida say it's now too dangerous for people living in Panhandle coastal areas to travel. The storm is barreling towards Florida and Alabama, packing winds of over 80 miles an hour. There's a new weapon in the fight against high cholesterol. A report in today's New England Journal of Medicine says soy protein significantly lowers cholesterol levels. A cloud hangs over tennis star Steffi Graf as she prepares for the U.S. Open. Her father has been arrested in Germany on suspicion of tax evasion charges. Graf is also under investigation. The tournament opens later this month in New York. And finally, is Michael Jackson's new album history? Well, a double album drops off the top 10 list in Billboard's chart next week. That's a quick look at what's making headlines. Now, here's Jim with the weather.
And all's well in Fort Chiswell, Virginia, but there's rain in Rome, New York, in this big area of thunder showers in the central part of the country. And, of course, the Erin is still kicking up a storm. Let's look at those high temperatures. There they are, 100s, 90s, 80s, 70s. What do you want? That's the weather.
Thank you very much. Jim, keep talking. We got a big show still left. Tell 'em what's coming up.
Oh, are you kidding? How do you store your leisure suit, your prom dress, your itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini? Long-term clothes storage.
Where else can you see priceless and not so priceless items? Captivating collections.
Mucho sombreros.
Enthusiastic guests.
Hi, Claire. Love ya.
Singing dolls. And dancing shoes. All made fresh daily?
What do we got today?
Why, only on Personal FX, of course, where you can see, learn, maybe buy. Personal FX, the collectible show, live every day on FX at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
Hi, I'm Julie. Julie, can I ask you something?
Sure, you can ask me anything.
Where'd you get that cheese popcorn? Thanks.
Introducing Red & Butter's Cheddar. Delicious butterfly kernels covered in white and golden cheddar cheese flavors. New Red & Butter's Cheddar. So good, it's irresistible.
I don't mind if I get wet.
Every morning, rain or shine, Ben Crawford shoots hoops. It makes him feel better.
I try not to hit the garage door. It bugs the neighbors.
Eating a Chiquita banana every morning with some coaching from Mom also makes him feel better. Its vitamin C and potassium help him give the day his best shot.
Maybe one day they'll name a sneaker after me.
Chiquita bananas, quite possibly the world's perfect food.
My husband is a dentist, and I think he'll be very interested in this.
Now, for the first time, the baking soda and peroxide dentists recommend are yours in a mouthwash. New Mentadent Dual Action Mouthwash.
He believes that baking soda and peroxide are very important.
As they combine, Mentadent's Dual Action helps kill odor and break down plaque.
My mouth feels better, and my breath is fresh, and I like the way it tastes.
New Mentadent Dual Action Mouthwash. Take good care of your mouth.
I think I'll recommend it to my husband.
Centrum? I just feel better knowing I'm taking it.
Centrum's complete. Every time a vitamin makes news, I check my Centrum label, and Centrum's got it.
It's Centrum's commitment to ongoing research that ensures you always get the best nutritional support. A more advanced multivitamin. Centrum, always more complete than any leading brand.
The Centrum people thought of everything.
Like they say, from A to zinc.
Centrum makes a science of being more complete.
Escape with FX to a tropical paradise, where two men will make your every fantasy come true. One, a tall, dark, and handsome Latin lover.
You want some excitement in your life.
The other? Well, he's a European hunk with an alluring accent that puts Fabio to shame.
A very admirable fantasy.
Let Mr. Rourke and Tattoo fulfill your every desire.
That sounds like fun.
Fantasy Island. Weekday mornings at 11, exclusively on FX.
Yum, 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 FX.
It's 23 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Lori, Tom, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Tom and Louise Fletcher.
That's right. Who do you get when you're working in the nut house? Nurse Ratched! Academy Award-winning actress Louise Fletcher here to talk about her new movie, Virtuosity, in just a couple of moments. And you gave me the ultimate sort of a Trekker compliment. You said that when I laugh, I have a Bajoran nose. That's sort of a... So you play...
you laugh.
It's a crinkly little thing.
Oh, brother. Completely perfect. You wouldn't even need to go into makeup.
And it's just the fat showing.
Which starts about 4:30 a.m.
Is that right? Because you play an intergalactic religious leader on Deep Space Nine.
Thank you.
Yeah, wait till my ears start pointing. That'll impress you. Right now, Jim, let's find out what else is happening.
I actually call myself the Pope in space.
Oh, the Pope. Louise Fletcher, Pope in space. Hey. What else is coming up, Jim?
On FX today, every show on FX agrees on one thing: no baking soda. Not on Heart to Heart on Personal Effects. They say no baking soda. And then on Mission Impossible, believe me, there won't be any baking soda. And then finally, on our show, well, all of that is coming on FX today.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm in the bedroom with Jillian Hamilton, and we're talking about storing valued pieces of clothing, whether it's a piece of antique clothing or just your wedding dress that you want to preserve. What you have to do, because there are some definite steps and ways to do it. Yeah. What's the first thing you should know?
You want to clean, separate, fold, and store. Those are the 4 basic steps.
And there will be a test at the end of the segment.
So cleaning means either taking it to the dry cleaners where they give it back to you in a plastic bag, and I'll come back to that, or just washing your clothes in the machine. Now with whites, you want to avoid using bleach. You want to use things like for this little linen top, if you were to. Remember when we did our washing segment? You could wash linens in pure, unfiltered water, iron it, and then you want to proceed to separate them. Now you separate clothes based on fabric. We have all of our cottons here, linens, cottons.
Natural fibers.
Natural fibers.
Right.
And then the synthetics, no, these are also natural fibers here, silks. And then synthetics, polyesters over here. So you want to separate them not only by color, as we have here, but also by fabric.
Now, we should say this is when you're putting clothes away for a long
right,
time.
if you're
like for the winter.
Yeah, or for a couple months,
Right.
or like when we get to the wedding dress, forever. So you'll be storing these up. Now, once you have separated by color and by fabric, you want to proceed to wrap the clothes.
Okay.
Now, this is a cotton sweater that we have on acid-free tissue paper. It's very important to ask for acid-free when you're going to go looking for your tissue paper. You want to put a piece on top. You'll basically fold and not crease, but gently lay back the sleeves, put another piece of acid-free tissue paper on top, and then you're going to proceed to roll. Because if you fold, you could wind up with sharp edges eventually when you reopen it a couple months later.
Yeah, you don't want to cut yourself on that sweater.
Right, and so you're going to take it up and you're going to roll it gently, softly, and for each piece of individual clothing, you will roll it like this. Now, with the natural fibers, after you've rolled it in the acid-free paper, you'll put it in a pillowcase, a white pillowcase like this would be fine. For your natural fibers, you'll then proceed to roll up the pillowcase and tie it with string.
This seems like
hold on,
such a lot of
Laurie
work.
It
and
does.
Jillian?
Tom has a question.
Yeah, I have a question here in the gate. Louise isn't buying this. How come?
You'd never leave home.
I was actually just going to say, it seems like so much work.
It is a lot of work, but when you think a blouse like this, Lori, it could cost you $120.
Yeah.
You might want to protect it. I mean, you don't want to have to go out and buy a whole new blouse because you stored it incorrectly. I mean, also, there's one thing I want to get back to briefly, is that you want to make sure that there are no stains once you've cleaned it, that you've taken out all those stains. So now you've got it all wrapped up. But if that method is too long for you and you want to take the shortcut method, you could use the box. Now, you buy a box, it will only cost you anywhere from $1.50 to $3.50.
Right.
We have different size boxes here, and they've all cost between $1.50 and $3.50. Put your acid-free tissue paper, and then gently roll your blouse inside the box, and then you could put blouse on top of blouse. That would avoid putting everything in the pillowcase.
All right.
Very
so
briefly,
yeah, it's got
Lori.
to be quick because we're getting the big wrap.
This will cost about $500 to dry clean.
To clean, yeah.
You can avoid it, but you can save money by stuffing it with tissue paper yourself and putting it in a box. That will save you $25 at the dry cleaner.
Do that before you get married.
They do the same thing, and you could do it yourself and save yourself $25.
Okay. Or you could just rent your wedding dress
And
never
call
have to
it a
worry about
day.
it again.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you very much. Good tips about storing your clothing. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Tom?
Okay, next week we'll make serving dishes out of scrap metal, so be here for that. Jim, what else is coming out?
Academy Award-winning actress and role model for nurses everywhere, Louise Fletcher, coming up on Breakfast Time.
Sugar and spice,
I will kill you.
and everything nice.
I love your desk. The tusks. They're so you.
That's what Dynasty's little girls are made of.
Oh my God, what is it with you women?
Dynasty, weekdays at 9 Eastern, noon Pacific, only on FX.
So sweet. So irresistible. A temptation you can't resist. California grapes. The natural snack.
One more time. Which bleach is your best bet against tough stains?
Betcha Biz can tackle this barbecue sauce.
She says Ultra Biz.
I'll see your sauce.
He says his, the leading color-safe bleach.
Enraged. Gravy and chocolate.
Biz can take it. Now ante up. 1 scoop Ultra Biz.
Twice as much color-safe bleach.
Hey,
And the winner?
Biz. Read 'em and weep.
Looks like a full Ultra Biz, the better stain getter.
Wonder if they still fit. Ah, so good.
Part of having a great look
Whoa, good. It's an understatement.
is keeping it. And Kellogg's Special K can help.
Fit like a glove.
Great toasted taste, just 110 calories and fat-free.
I look like a teenager. I look like a rock star.
Kellogg's Special K. Great taste never looks so good.
Too bad I can't sing.
However you like to save money, you'll save big with Love's, because our price is low. How low? You better sit down. It's like having a coupon every day. Love's just loves to save you money.
I adored Jamie. He adored me. We lost contact with each other. I want to see him again.
FX introduces Lost and Found, a new show that reunites people who've lost track of each other and returns them to a place they'll remember forever.
I have a funny feeling, I just have a feeling that the chapter's not closed.
Lost and Found, because all the people we've cared for in the past don't have to stay there Lost and Found. Premieres Saturday, August 19th, only on FX.
It's 16 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Tom Laurie, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Tom and Louise Fletcher.
And the Bobster as well, yes. And having a little Diet Coke, I trust?
Yeah.
I'm having my Diet Pepsi. Having a brand face-off here.
It's a taste test.
It is a treat to have you here. I understand later today you'll be over at Planet Hollywood.
That's
and
right.
you're giving him the Nurse Ratched outfit?
Yes.
Is that right? Now, is this an outfit you're going to say, here, please, take it? Because everybody, I mean, I made the reference earlier. It is one of those defining roles in an actor's life, isn't it?
It is. It's the kind of costume that you want to burn when you the last day.
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, I didn't have one because I didn't ask for it. You know, when I was finished, I just never wanted to see it again. So, but the same costumer who did the show 20 years ago this year found the costume in San Francisco.
Oh,
and it still had my name in it.
That's incredible. Now, I can't imagine you prior to that role ever having been cast in sort of a meek woman's role. Certainly you haven't been since. But were you always regarded when you were auditioning for parts as a strong character type?
No. When I first started out, I was a young and vulnerable girl, just like every other young and vulnerable girl. I only later became what you see now.
This
Now
commanding.
they see the powerful, strong woman in me. Of course, I'm not powerful, strong woman. Just they see that somewhere.
Well, I mean, you do summon it from somewhere. I think in your latest role in Virtuosity, you play a crime czar appointed by the president. No wallflower there either.
No. I think I can do those parts.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that when I go home at night that I'm telling everybody what to do and how to do it.
See, Tom, they call that acting.
I was going there. I was going there, Bob, indeed.
Gee, Bob, thanks.
You're welcome.
Let's take a look at a clip. Now, this is with The Net just out with Sandra Bullock, a computer movie. This takes it into the realm of science. We don't have a clip. Would you like to do a little scene?
Do you remember any of your lines?
Do the scene where you're yelling at the guy.
Bob, you can be Denzel, okay?
No, you play Denzel Washington.
Okay,
Bob.
it's a reach, but I think I can
Now,
do it.
what you're doing, you're trying to fight a virtual reality serial killer. All right?
So I'm a puppet fighting a virtual reality serial killer.
Right.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready, CB.
He's a composite. He's a computer-generated villain. who's a composite of many different serial killers and just generally rotten.
Oh, that old plot. Okay.
And he escapes from virtual reality into our reality. And so they go to Denzel Washington, who's in prison. He had been a police officer, but he sort of went berserk and killed a lot of people because his family, one of these serial killers that they used to create this composite, actually killed his family.
Okay, so he went nutso.
He went a little nutso. So then the crime czar goes to the prison and says, I'm prepared to offer you a full pardon.
Well, see, you don't need a clip. You just did it.
Wow.
There you go.
If he will come out and catch and destroy Sid 6.7, who's this villain.
I'll do it.
One of the things, if I might, going back to your Oscar-winning role again, one of the most, I think, the most touching acceptance speeches ever was yours.
See,
which you
I
signed.
can be vulnerable.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And that was a wonderful example of it as you signed to your deaf parents in your acceptance speech. What has that instilled in you, being the child of deaf parents? How has it in any way made you the Louise Fletcher you are?
Well, I think that growing up with handicapped parents or deaf parents, it's sort of like growing up with immigrant parents. They really don't speak everybody else's language, and you have to grow up a lot sooner than you might if you were just... are there twins in
There's
here?
a whole there's a gurgling gaggle from our stroller size segment.
And so I just think it makes you very... they say about children of deaf parents that it either makes them overly responsible, or they become Hell's Angels.
Yeah, yeah. And I love the leather jacket you wore. Thanks for being here. Can you stick around a little bit more?
Sure.
We got a whole case of Diet Coke to get through yet. Louise Fletcher, Virtuosity to Film. You want to see a clip? Cough up $7. Thanks, Louise.
Thank you both. That was terrific.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, what's coming up on the show?
Camels and rhinos and Phil, oh my. Camels and rhinos and Phil, oh my. The wilds of Ohio, coming up on Breakfast Time.
Full sells baseball for $900 on Personal FX. And they bought it for $2.
You and your stuff could be headline material on Personal FX, the collectible show, only on FX.
Call this toll-free number now to receive a free vacation discount book where you'll save on hotels, dining, and attractions during Kissimmee St. Cloud's Great Fall Winter Getaway. Stay right in the heart of Central Florida's world-famous attractions. Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, Disney MGM Studios, as well as SeaWorld, and Universal Studios Florida. Call 1-800-354-KISS today to receive a free coupon book and save on your Kissimmee St. Cloud Great Fall Winter Getaway.
This is it, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Esty looks in for a sign. Swung on. A towering drive to center field.
What? California grapes, the natural snack.
When was the last time you experienced pure joy? New Sara Lee chocolate chip cheesecake, creamy cheesecake, luscious chocolate. Life is there. You just have to taste it.
She's at that certain age. She's not an infant anymore. She's not quite a young lady. She's a toddler. Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil. Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax.
Here, sweetheart.
After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
In today's business world, it's not uncommon to shell out a significant investment only to come up empty. That's why Fortune Magazine is going to give you a free shot at success. No tricks. Just call now and you'll get the latest issue of Fortune free. If Fortune isn't for you, simply cancel and pay nothing. The free issue is yours to keep with no further obligation. But if you like what you see, you'll save over 50% off the newsstand price on your special trial subscription. That's 17 more issues, 18 in all, for 4 monthly payments of only $9.87. Plus, with your paid subscription, you'll also get the Fortune Portfolio Set, absolutely free. With a full-function calculator and a telephone address book, it puts the office at your fingertips. You just can't lose. It's a free trial issue, over 50% savings, and the Fortune Portfolio Set free. So call right now and take a free shot at success.
It's 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Lori, Tom, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Tom.
All right, Jim, I'm getting ready for the big finish. It's going to be a baking soda volcano in the bathroom. And as I shovel this into the... Lori's got a sky-high adventure for us, I
Look like
believe.
one of the 7 dwarves.
Wide now. You're missing the best shot here. Me and the babies. Hanging out. We're going to go back, to the wilds. Phil Kogan's in Cumberland, Ohio this morning. This is Tommaso. And we're going to take a look at Phil with some endangered species, okay? Can I have that? It's Phil?
Yeah, good morning. I want to reintroduce you to Bob Reese, who is the executive director. Want to wave hello to Larry there, Bob? And who has been taking us on a great adventure. Larry, check this out right here. We've got Simon, who is a male giraffe who finds our camera very interesting, just sort of staring at us in a strange sort of way.
Yeah.
Bob, the whole purpose of the park here, how would you describe it?
Well, the purpose of the park is to develop reproductive strategies and conservation techniques that we can use in the wild. All the animals that are here for the purpose of helping us develop this work. So some of them are endangered and threatened. Some of them are related closely to animals that are endangered or threatened.
Larry, I've mentioned this morning already that this preserve is unique. It's unlike any other preserve they have in the United States. The animals are roaming free, very different from a zoo, obviously, Bob.
Well, it's much different, basically, because the animals are mixed all together. They aren't kept in separate pens for separate species. So it's a different management style to manage these animals all as one large group.
And I understand the animals themselves have come from zoos.
Yeah, all the animals, none of the animals have come from the wild. They've all come from zoos or other wildlife parks, and they're all part of breeding programs that we carry on cooperatively with some of the zoos.
Okay, and Laurie, all these animals right now number about 120 or so, and they've fenced off and developed about 1,500 acres of the entire 10,000. And in the end, it really will be like literally walking into an area, any area in Africa or Asia. I mean, you'll really get that experience.
You're looking at me?
As far as the visiting public is concerned, we're only on 1,500 acres, and as we go, we'll be developing the whole 10,000. It'll be an experience for people that is very much like Africa or Asia.
Laurie, so far they've had 60,000 people visit since they opened up. In fact, they launched off when we launched off in June of 1994.
Great.
And we're coming up right now. Z, could you show Laurie the rhinoceroses up there? The ones with the big spiky doofus on the front there? Now, these are the
weather report.
These are the southern white rhino, and they are an endangered species.
Well, all the rhino species are threatened and endangered. The southern white rhino, the reason we're accumulating a number here is that their numbers are better than any of the other species, but they also serve as really good models for developing reproductive strategies with these, for all the rhino species.
Now, will we become an endangered species sitting in the back of the truck like this, or?
They probably leave us alone, but occasionally, you know, they get a little bit obstreperous, so we'll just have to keep an eye on them now.
Laurie, this is a unique experience because ordinarily when the public come here, they're in an enclosed area. Today they're allowing us to come out on the truck and share some of these animals. In the next 16 years, what can we look forward to, Bob?
Well, we can look forward to, of course, a lot more animals and a lot more programs that will develop these reproductive strategies that we're going to use.
And one of the main goals is breeding and education. Thank you very much, Bob, and goodbye from Ohio again, Laurie.
Well done, Phil. I have a little gender correction here. This is Tomina, not Tommaso. Didn't check the diaper. We will have a little more show coming up. Jim?
Yep, we'd like to thank the FMC Corporation for providing us with all the baking soda for today's show. See what we do with it coming up on Breakfast Time.
You're surfing little chickadee for TV with the most? There's an apartment in NYC where you'll always find live hosts. It's FX, day and night. We're live on your TV. Our box is on the right. It's there for you to see. We're live here day and night from our home to your TV. Spot the box and you'll find FX TV with you in mind. Our hosts, our shows, your letters, it all makes TV better. Looking for your guiding light? It's the FX box, day and night.
So sweet. So irresistible. A temptation you can't resist. California grapes, the natural snack.
He's not an infant anymore.
Down here.
He's not yet a big boy.
Here we go.
He's a toddler.
There we go.
Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil.
Smile big.
Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax.
Oh boy.
After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
The all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy can make driving in the most difficult conditions look easy. And right now, during Subaru Save on Safety Days, we've made the financing easy too, with 3 great offers on every new Legacy in stock. Choose from up to $1,250 cash back on purchases, 1.9% APR, or a $199 a month lease. It's just that easy, and it's just for a limited time. So see your Subaru dealer today.
I'm a school teacher and I teach 4-year-olds. The energy of a 4-year-old is close to that of a cheetah. I was not the mother cheetah because of the extra weight. I needed to make a change. After Jenny Craig, my energy level has come up so much. Chasing after the kids is no problem now.
Start Jenny Craig now and you can lose 20 pounds for $20. Call 1-800-39-JENNY. That's 1-800-39-JENNY. Why wait another day?
I've lost weight and I am available. You can put my number right down at the bottom.
Wonder if they still fit. Part of having a great look.
Whoa, good.
An understatement. Is keeping it. And Kellogg's Special K can help. It's like a glove. Great toasted taste, just 110 calories and fat-free. I look like a teenager.
Look like a
rock star.
Kellogg's Special K. Great taste never looks so good.
Too bad I can't sing.
Animals. Some have fleeting moments of human contact.
It just ain't fair. It ain't fair.
And some like it that way.
Hey, fellas! Fellas, where you going?
Spend quality time with the animals of Untamed Weekend, only on FX.
Half a minute to go. Here's the whole gang.
We'd like to thank Louise Fletcher. Virtuosity opens tomorrow in theaters. Also, Richard Simmons for joining us. We got the Baking Soda Big Finish. Tom, how's it going? Oh! Is Tom going to thank our remote?
No, don't block the shot, Beatrice. Don't block the shot. More vinegar.
Thank you to everybody for Phil in Cumberland, Ohio, from Gwen in Ojai, California. And thanks to all our moms and strollers. Tomorrow we've got Jude Law from Indiscretions and Delavantes joining us. Big Finish in the bathroom.
All right. Everybody in the tub, have a great day. We need more vinegar.
That's it, Frank. Smile at the camera.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vernon Shaw with headlines on FX. Topping the news, heavy rains and fierce winds are hammering the Florida Panhandle as Hurricane Erin churns towards the Florida-Alabama border. Erin's packing 85-mile-an-hour winds and is expected to pick up speed before slams ashore later this afternoon. A published report this morning says President Clinton will support federal regulation of cigarette sales to minors. Moves under consideration, banning cigarette vending machines from popular teen hangouts and requiring proof of age for the sale of cigarettes. And finally, happy birthday wishes going out to actor Martin Sheen, who turns 55 years old today. That's a quick look at headlines. More news in an hour. I'm Vernon Shaw. Dynasty is coming up next.
Hi, I'm Beverly Johnson, and you're watching FX, TV made fresh daily.
You have exceedingly good taste in wine-getting. Look, you are in this hotel room for one reason and one reason only. To make a statement to the press. Now, let's keep it that way, damn it.
Last time on Dynasty.
I want to talk to you about your father.
What about him?
He sneaked off to Hong Kong to tie up those leases in the South China Sea.
Without Colbico even being in on the bidding?
Yes. Why would you bring me all the way to Hong Kong?
You are here, young lady, only because my wife is pregnant. I'm buying off your contract right now. Paid in full. If that amount is not enough, you can contact my business affairs people. You're fired, Miss Kendall. Goodbye.
I've been looking for you because I just got off the phone to a newspaper in Bismarck, and I found out there is an institution there for the criminally insane, and I want to go there and find my mother.
I believe what you're looking for is over there.
I think it'd be nice though if you said yes.
To what?
Marry me. That is when my divorce from Kirby's filed.
I resent you even beginning to suspect me in this lousy business that's going on against your wife.
I don't give a damn what you resent. I warn you, Dick. Don't you ever hurt anybody in my family, my mother or anybody else.
Was that a threat, Stephen? Because if it is, I don't like threats. You may find that out someday.